Whoa!
Hello, hello,
Step up.
hello.
Hello, sis. Welcome, Rising Thrivers. It is Monday, July 8th. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we have got such an incredible show for you guys. It is our, 61st episode of continuing the topic of reclaiming your power. Now, before we get to go anywhere and anything, we want to share with you who Rise and Thrive is about, right? We want to tell you who we are, just in case you forgot. We are a community committed to educating and empowering and equipping you to get the results that you want through real talk, taking real actions so you have the results that you want for yourself and your life right now. And that is awesome. You can find us on Facebook at Rise and Thrive Together, on our YouTube channel at Rise and Thrive Together, on Raquel's Facebook page, Raquel Stuart, my Facebook page, Regina Rossi Lamothe, as well as LinkedIn, the same thing, Regina Rossi Lamothe. We're everywhere. We're everywhere you can be. Follow us on Instagram at Rise and Thrive Together. And we also have a private Facebook group, which Raquel will be sharing the importance of why we want you to join that as well. So we're ready, sis. It is exciting. This is going to be awesome. This is like I'm like so ready to chomp at the bit. So, what's up? Welcome. How you doing? How you feeling? Let's do this.
I am great. So let's talk about why you need to be in our private Facebook group. We are, if you have not heard about this yet, we are doing the 12 Days of Christmas in July giveaway. We are at today's day 8. You've got a couple of days to jump on in there, and we give away prizes every single day. You have a task to complete. I don't want to say a challenge, it's a task. Today, you had to be your favorite superhero and send us a photo, or some people got on camera, which was great. We've had things where you sing a line from a song, you dance, you do self-care, DIY. We had emoji puzzles and naming the people who wrote the Declaration of Independence. We had a whole host of fun games that we just played every day, and every day we announce a winner. So if you want to join our private Facebook group, it is Rise and Thrive Together Community,
Boom. That's
right?
it. That's
And
it.
we
It's
will let you in, answer whatever questions you need to answer, just like any private Facebook group that you join. There are those standard questions. Answer those. We'll check you out. And if you pass the test, then we'll let you in. Okay. If you don't pass the test, we don't let you in. We want to protect the members of our group. And so we really do check people out first. Okay. Nothing personal, not that we don't trust you, all of that other stuff. We want to protect the members that are in our group. There's a reason it's a private group. All right. So super excited, sis, for our excuse me, our guests tonight. They have been on the show before. These ladies are amazing. We've got Dr. Shanique Carmichael. She is the CEO and founder of Leah's Hopes and Dreams. We have Mrs. Pat Barrett. Pat is in charge of the Parsons and Rutland Medical Mission, and you'll hear about that once these ladies come on. They are truly incredible, powerful women, and they are going to continue the discussion and conversation that we've been having for the month of July, which is reclaiming your power. And they're going to add a spin and talk about reclaiming your power through community and being of service. So strap in, because y'all know these ladies bring the heat. So y'all want to strap in, make sure y'all fall out your chair, because I know they're going to drop some nuggets in here. And without further ado, we definitely want to bring these ladies on and say hello, hello, and welcome them so much to Rise and Thrive Together. Hello, beautiful ladies.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Oh, so happy to have you both here and in this powerhouse of the seventh month of 2024. What is happening in the world and on this beautiful eighth day of it? So, we are just thrilled and excited to have you here. We are going to like step back because you know what you need to do. Really share with our audience about who you are, what you're about, but most of all, sharing with our audience how they can engage with you in the conversation of reclaiming your power when it comes to being of service in community. So, take it away, my beautiful friends.
I will go. I will take it away. Thank you guys for having us. We are so excited to be back on this beautiful show this afternoon to talk about everything that's happening with Leah's hopes and dreams. First of all, thank you all for joining us in the Bahamas. Most of all, that's where you're going to see how and share truly how to reclaim your power, right? As a woman, as an entrepreneur, as an individual, through the work that we are doing in the Bahamas, we are going to empower, we're going to encourage, we're going to motivate. And so that's what we do with Leah's Hopes and Dreams. We focus a lot on building our community, but homelessness is what we work to combat homelessness here in Charlotte. And that means a lot, right? So it's not, when you think about homelessness, you think about individuals on the street. Well, you do have different types of homeless individuals who are couch surfing. We have individuals who are on the streets, individuals who are sleeping in cars, vehicles. But you also have individuals who are placed in homes, like the homes that we do have, and those individuals we have currently are in our transitional home. So we provide services to help those individuals transition from our transitional home back into society. So reclaiming your power is what we're all about, right? Especially for the men that we service in our transitional home. What does power look like for them? And what do they need to do to ensure that they're able to regain the power that they had prior to going to prison and coming out of prison, and or prior to being transitioned on the street, right, from wherever they were, to getting into a home to help them rebuild their lives, to reconnect to their families. So to us, regaining our power is giving the individuals on the street the ability to re-recognize who they are by through
Mm.
serving, whether that's food, providing toiletries, providing showers, providing the supplies during the different seasons that we encounter. So it's just a lot that we really do to help these individuals recognize who they are, and why God has called them to do what they are doing. Where they are is temporary. And so our goal is to help them transition from the streets into a home so they can rebuild their lives to reconnect to their families. Miss
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. As Dr. Shanique said, it's a pleasure being here. And I give leadership to Rutland and Parsons um, Ministry, which is a ministry that partners with many different organizations, including Leah's Hopes and Dreams. And we just go out and serve, whether it's locally or internationally. Of course, this year we're going internationally. And in reclaiming our power through community, I stopped to think, what is your passion, or what's my passion? Knowing your passion is how you're going to reclaim your power.
Yeah.
If we have no idea what we're passionate about,
Hmm.
then we're sort of lost, in my opinion. There is so much fear at the moment in this world, so much fear, so much is going on, and people are losing hope. So, if whatever it is that you and I are passionate about, we can go out to help to empower someone else. For example, with us serving in community, partnering with Leah's Hopes and Dreams, we go almost every Wednesday uptown,
Hmm.
Rutland and Parsons, and other friends who will come and support. And there we're able, someone may say, what are you doing? Is it that impactful serving a plate of food? But absolutely, if Leah's Hopes and Dreams is not there on a given Wednesday or a Saturday, someone will go hungry. So right
Yeah.
there, that's their Dr. Carmichael's passion for helping the total person. And Rutland and Parsons comes in side by side to help and say, okay, we can come and serve, we can come and bring a meal, we can come and bring water in this heat that water seems quite minimal, but it's very, very important. So the passion comes to, what do I want to do? How do I want to help someone become better? Or how do I want to help somebody feel empowered? And if I'm hungry, I don't feel empowered. I feel very weak. I feel useless. I feel that no one cares. But someone hands me a good plate of meals, food like Leah's Hopes and Dreams does, and they give good food. I'm telling you, good food. Sometimes when
That's
people
for
hear
sure.
of, yes, sometimes people hear of feeding homeless and they want to give scraps and junk, but not Leah's Hopes and Dreams. I can vouch for that. Food that you and I will eat, you know? It's sad, but you'd be surprised how people's mentality is when it comes to feeding the homeless. So I said that to say God's truth is that we are free in Christ. And because we're free in Christ, then we should be, those of us who feel free and know that we are free, we should become powerful to go out and empower and serve in the community, reclaiming our power through community. And so
Yeah.
I'll stop there.
Ooh, I just got to take a moment because what really like hit me was, this mindset of when we're out to serve, homeless, underprivileged, it's like this, and I put this in quotes, like this less than, right?
Mhm.
Like less than. So the work that both of you do, that I know that Raquel and I do at other places, is that we are all equal, right? We are all equal. So why would someone want to get some scraps? If you guys have not followed Dr. Shanique Carmichael or Leah's Hopes and Dreams, every Wednesday, every Saturday, she's live and she's posting the incredible food. Like I say, picture in a massive, amazing, like your favorite cookout. Like 4th of July just passed, right? And I was at like this cookout, like everything you can think of. There's like ribs and corn and this and like all of your favorite food. And everyone, like when you say, God placed us here, food, clothing, shelter, minimum. And that doesn't mean food like, this thrown like half-eaten thing, here you go. So it's beautifully said, Miss Pat, and thank you, Dr. Shanique, for really it goes through what you truly value, what all human beings deserve in life. And the volunteers, Raquel, I know will share about her experience because I can't wait to do that in
Oh
about,
yeah.
right? Raquel got to be on the line, being able to say like, hey, this isn't like it's a mission. Why we say a mission? This is how many volunteers, what does it take to have this happen week after week, 2 times a week?
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And
Amazing.
here's the thing about reclaiming your power. It works for everyone, okay? It's not just for people who have jobs, not just for anybody that dresses. And reclaiming your power, and what Dr. Carmichael and Leah's Hopes and Dreams, and even what Mrs. Pat is doing,
Mm-hmm.
is
Nope.
giving people back their power. They feel like productive citizens in the community. That's what they're gifting them. Right. So it's more than just the food. The food is great, right? Because the body needs that. But we know you can go 40 days and 40 nights and you don't need to eat nothing. But they are giving them sustenance and more than just something edible. They're giving them
Yeah.
their dignity back. And doing
Yeah.
so, you are giving, assisting and giving someone back their power. Because it's quick for us to strip someone of their dignity because our words that we speak can break bones. Can't break bones, but they can break your heart.
Yep.
And they don't do that. And I was there serving. And let me tell you, I didn't want none of the food, not because of anything, but I wanted the dessert. I got a sweet tooth. I saw some little red velvet cupcakes with some nice icing. Oh my gosh. I wanted to be serving, well, serving myself and serving them, of course, the dessert. But the food is tremendous. It is a buffet. Like they can come and say, no, I
It
don't want that. I
really
want
is.
it's incredible. But because of who Mrs. Pat and Dr. Carmichael are, people are donating to their organizations. And not just anybody, they have some big, heavy hitters coming. And what I want these ladies to talk about is because I'm excited to show this amazing event, this amazing summit that you guys are putting together and teaming up for the first time, right? This is the first
Yeah.
time there's that
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
component in this summit. So let's hit on that because y'all want to talk about giving, reclaiming their power. That's exactly what this International Empowerment Summit is going to do. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff here. Ladies, break it down, swing whichever way you want to
Wow.
swing. I will say this before the ladies jump on, and I'll put that back up again. We are going to show, as the ladies are speaking, we're going to have a QR code on the side. Do me a favor, do us a favor, and yourself. Scan the QR code, make a donation, RSVP to join us in the Bahamas next month. I promise you, you will not regret it. It will be life changing. If you are tired of the direction that your life is going, it's time to make a change. And why not start by changing someone else's life, helping someone else? Because when you help others, you help you on the back end. So,
Yep.
ladies, I'm going to turn this over to y'all and let y'all just kick this amazing, incredible collaboration off.
Man, it's I as Miss Pat was talking and as you guys were chiming in, I just thought about, God didn't create us to do this work alone.
Mm,
It's just so much to do, and we cannot do this alone. And I am reminded every Wednesday, every Saturday that we go out there that we can do it alone. And He connected us timely. He's an on time God. He
mm,
connected us to be able to partner to impact lives here in Charlotte, and now we're going to the Bahamas to do the same. It's just amazing how when God gets in the midst of it, what He can do and what He will do for those who says yes. We couldn't do Wednesdays without them. It's just a lot of people. We're currently serving now on average 225 to 250 people on a Wednesday. That's not on a Saturday. And the
Woo!
fact that they show up, one of the things that I think is so important, that we didn't mention that I want to mention is, in addition to that smile that we share, just remembering their names and calling them by their names and re-empower them and really give them that affirmation and that reconnection, for what they've been missing. Just
mm,
remembering someone's name makes a difference because we tend to look at them and say this homeless person, but before they became a homeless person, they were an individual who were connected to people and probably a job and everything else that really acknowledged them by the name that they were actually given. And
mm.
so we tend to just say this homeless person, and then they think they don't have the power or they can no longer regain the power that they've lost. But then we are giving them that power back by acknowledging them, acknowledging who they are, by asking their name when we meet them for the first time, remembering their name when we meet them a second time, and just building that relationship, which allows them to regain that power. That is the power that we bring when we go down on Wednesday evenings and Saturday mornings. And it's because of partnerships like Rutland and Parsons that we are able to do what we are doing. And I'm grateful. And so, with that, we are now transitioning services to the Bahamas. And this is amazing because annually we have our back to school giveaway. And with that, we tend to provide school supplies, toiletries, shoes, clothing items. This year, we're going to do those things, but we are going to add additional. We're going to try to provide 500 families or every person who attends that event a backpack with school supplies and everything else I mentioned, but we're going to provide food items as well. And Rutland and Parsons are assisting us with collecting those items, in addition to organizations like Coca-Cola. We have one of those organizations, CME, who is assisting with that. We have oh my goodness, the Park Church, who is assisting. We had the Faith Christian Center, Freedom Christian Center, who's assisting with it. We have the Real Women of Charlotte. So I can continuously talk about each of these organizations. Elevation Church is assisting with the donations and the supplies. So we have some heavy hitters who are assisting us with literally doing the work that we were called to do. And so I foresee us partnering and sharing about servicing about 900 individuals, not families, but just individuals on the park on the week of August 16th. So I'm excited about that. And then I'll let Miss Pat talk a little bit about the medical mission, and then we'll talk about the international summit that's going to be very impactful and are going to allow those individuals who will be attending the International Empowerment Summit to really regain their power, to really understand their purpose, to network with some powerful, successful entrepreneurs, individuals who are doing great things in the community, doing great things in their family lives, and doing great things in partnership with other organizations like Rise and Thrive, like Rutland and Parsons and other organizations. So it's going to be an exciting experience. It's going to be a movement. Individuals will be changed, lives will be changed, and I'm excited to see what God is going to do in the midst of it. So, Ms. Pat, do you want to talk a little bit about the medical mission, and then we can talk more about the international summit?
Absolutely. I'll be happy to do that. Um, while in Exuma, that Monday and Tuesday, the 19th and 20th, we'll be doing a medical clinic in Exuma. And we're taking with us a doctor, a chiropractor, pharmacist, um, nurse practitioners, and RNs. And I am sure that there'll be a few people joining us from the Bahamas, I think.
Yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
definitely. And so there we're going to be doing triaging and screening. There'll be breast exams done. And the sort of basic, when I say basic, um, general
Service.
ailments that you'll have, services, diabetes checks, and high blood pressure checks. And we're not just checking, we're also bringing medication, because it's one thing to come and be screened and then you send the person away, and what's next? At least you'll be able to offer something that will help. I know it may be a short period of time, but at least they'll have something to start the process, should they fall in that category with any of those ailments. And we also anticipate having an eye clinic. We're working on that because that idea just came up.
Yes.
Eye screening, and have some glasses that will be at least reading glasses for those who are not able to afford glasses or do not even know that they may need glasses. We'll be able to do some eye exams. So we're working on that end of it. So we go again, here we go to empower, because if you feel sick, and there are lots of people in this world that feel sick, but they just don't have the resource to go
Mhm.
and see someone. And oftentimes I'm asked, even when we go to Nigeria or to Guatemala, someone will say, what did that 1 week do? Why go 1 week? They don't have you, to follow up or whatever. But I'm telling you, I've seen, by example, more like a testimony of a lady who was in the Dominican Republic, one of the clinics that I went to serve with in New York. And she had an issue, and it was because of that 1 week medical clinic. They found out that this dear older woman was bleeding profusively. And the
Mm.
missionaries that were there that 1 week, they're the ones that rushed her to the hospital. They said, this is not something that we can handle here in this clinic. They rushed her to the hospital, made sure that she was seen and taken care of. And if I'm not mistaken, they pooled together to get, the money for her to be seen. And the following year, that grandma came back. I mean, she had the biggest hugs for these people who saved her life. So when people say to me, "What are you doing? 1 week, doesn't help." Oh, yes, it does.
It does. It
It
does.
does make a difference. So there
Mhm.
again, you're able to go and to empower someone by being there to say, okay, you have an issue or something that we can help you with, or maybe we'll have to help you to recommend, different treatment. So it may seem minute to some people, but it's very important and it's impactful. It's
It is.
empowering and changing lives. So that's what we'll be doing in our medical clinic.
And I think you missed the chiropractic
Oh
services
yes,
that we
chiropractic.
offer. So we'll have
Yes,
a chiropractor there, and
right.
I am definitely going to take advantage myself of the services that she's
I'm
going to
gonna
offer.
be. You
So
can use me for show and tell. I am more than willing to be a volunteer for
I
the
am. Oh
breast
my gosh!
exam, the chiropractic, the eyes, the nose, the anything
Oh
else.
dear.
I'm good.
Oh dear.
I am going to take advantage of that myself. So I can tell you guys it's happening. She's coming in from Michigan. So she's a chiropractor, and she'll be there for those 2 days as well. So and as Miss Pat mentioned, the eye services, eye exams, we're excited about that because I mean people might not have insurance. In the island right now, everything is expensive. I am from there, so I know. So everything that we're offering now is to really rebuild and allow people to regain that power that they've lost, and or even regain or understand who they are and the purpose that they bring and why they're here, so they can impact someone else that they're going to contact or someone else that they are in contact with on a daily basis. You just never know how one little thing can go such a long way. And that's really what we are doing. And so I'm going to jump in and talk about the empowerment, International Empowerment Summit that you guys are a part of as well. So that is going to be amazing as well. So that's going to be on Saturday, the 17th. And so you have to sign up for this one. Currently, we have about 60, 70 people. We're targeting 100, no more than 100 people at this event. But during this opportunity, you'll get to hear about subjects that you found that you thought would be empowering, motivating, exciting, and that you can learn a lot from because it's a need. So we did a little survey, and what we're offering is what you said you need. And so we're going to talk about leadership. We're going to talk about empowerment. We're going to talk about motivation. We're going to have the medical mission team, the doctors and nurses. We're going to have an actual panel discussion where you get to ask them questions. They're going to talk about best practices around health. How do you manage hypertension? What does that look like? What are some preventative measures to combat some of the issues that you're experiencing or someone in your family is experiencing? You get to challenge them, you get to question them, they get to share insight, and it's all for free. It's all for free. And then you have these two beautiful ladies here who they can talk about what they're going to be sharing, but you get to actually ask them questions. And they get to share a lot of their experiences because they are very, very successful entrepreneurs. And in addition to that, we will have giveaways. I know you wanted to hear that, so I'll tell you more about that. So we're going to have giveaways throughout the day. We are offering breakfast, we're offering light lunch. And of course, at the end of the summit at 3 p.m., it starts at 9 a.m. and it'll end at 3 p.m. You will get to network and ask any questions you want. You would get to just pick their brain. They're there. They're very experienced and they're very knowledgeable. So take the advantage and ask these. Just network with them, right? You just never know where one conversation will go. So we do have some other individuals who are not on this call tonight will be joining us. And I'm telling you, it's going to be worthwhile. It's also free, but for this one, you do have to sign up to join. Miss Dr. Raquel and Regina, would you like to share a little bit more about the International Empowerment Summit and what you expect to share and what you hope that individuals will gain from the opportunity?
Well, I'm super thrilled. First of all, Raquel did a beautiful job on this beautiful, flyer. If you throw that up one more time, sis, or either way, she's got these beautiful QR codes. We've got 5 scanned QR codes already because it's showing in my little corner. One, I'm going to ask, listen, guys, if you want to reclaim your power, and you're just sitting here kind of being like, well, I can't make it to the Bahamas. I still want to make it to the Bahamas. And, I don't live in Charlotte, North Carolina. One is find something that's local by you. If any of what we're speaking about, anything, find if this homeless population that we're talking about, or people in need, or people who need services, whatever that is pulling at your heartstring, stop thinking about it and take action, whatever that may be. It might be as simple as, I'm Googling something locally and finding out about it and then making that phone call. Number one. Number two is, hey, I want to make a difference because I love what Leah's Hopes and Dreams are about. I love what Partland and Rutland and Parsons, ministry is about. I want to donate. So get that QR code going. And $1, $5, $10 makes a huge difference. This event is happening in a little less, about a month away, where next week is a month away. So I'm thrilled because this has been mine and Raquel's conversation the day that we said we wanted to create Rise and Thrive Together, this show. And I got the honor and privilege of talking about one of my favorite things was entrepreneurship. I'm a social worker for 25 years and did those 70 hours, 80 hours a week. And in a million years, if you said to me, oh, I'm now working 13 years as an entrepreneur, living my dreams, having my hopes come into reality, doing the things that I love to do while making a huge impact, I got to do that. And so I'm bringing that to the world of amazing people there, that no matter what their mindset is going through, that they have that opportunity. If they are like, I want to do this, I'm going to talk about it. If they're like, I'm not sure how to do this, let's talk about it. And if they're like, there's no way, lady, you have no idea what you're talking about, I'm going to shift, pivot, and elevate that to the next level. So that's what I'm really excited to talk about, with everybody, from the young people to the older people, because it doesn't matter how old you are. It really doesn't. I mean, I left a career of almost 25 years 13 years ago. I'm really proud to say 13 years later, I make my own time. I work on my own hours. And I don't even think it's work. It's an honor and a privilege to be here on a Monday night with Raquel and you guys. It's an honor and privilege that I get to fulfill on the hope that I always said that I wanted to do this type of work. Raquel and I did that together in an agency. That was a lot of the population that was there, but now we get to do that, right? Like we get to go. So I get to go and finally fulfill on that hope and dream of one day doing, and getting to do that and having such a great time connecting with communities, and such a privilege to be able to provide the needs that both Leah's Hopes and Dreams and part. I always say this like Rutland.
Parsons.
The tongue is going. To have that available. I'm always like texting Shanique almost every day. I'm like, got this, got this, got this. Whatever we can do to take it to the next level. Anything. So it's an honor and a privilege. And I really am asking all of our community, our listeners, to please, no matter what it is, find something that you want to make a difference in. And it can start with yourself, to your family, but definitely when you go a little bit past that, you go one layer deep past that in your community, you will have no idea what's possible and available for you. And I promise you it'll make a difference. And then, of course, my own personal plug. Listen, $5, $10 is going to make a difference. Please donate to make a difference for what we're up to next month.
Awesome. Awesome. It really touched me, Reg, when you said, find something. Because, but before I get into my story, I want to acknowledge our listeners who are chiming in the chat. Hello, Michael from Windsor, Canada. This man on the move. We hope you made a move to scan that QR code. Sharon, you can never take words back. That is so very true. Sharon also said, this really touches me because a very close friend of mine has been homeless on and off for years due to illness. Let's see, is there anyone else? No, but that's awesome. So here's the thing, and what I'm doing for the Empowerment Summit. I am speaking on motivation and confidence, which is really interesting because there was a time in my life where I didn't have any confidence. I would present that I did, but man, I really didn't. And I just find it so interesting that I'm speaking on a topic that I have absolute experience with. And now it just shines through all the time, but that's a lot of work and it's consistent work that has to be done. And as far as speaking about motivation, I won't share what I'm going to say, but I've got my my take on the word motivation. I think it's absolutely incredible, and for some people, it's absolutely temporary, right?
Mm.
And so I've kind of got a word that I'll use, but I won't give it away because I want to see you guys at the summit. Now, what I was going to say prior to acknowledging our listeners is I knew I wanted to get involved in the community in some way. And I knew at this point in time it couldn't be financial. And I was like, well, another valuable asset that we all have is time. We all have it. You mismanage it or you manage it correctly, but we all have time, which is a precious commodity. It is one thing that we cannot get back. No matter what we do, we cannot get time back. And so I dedicate my time. I volunteer with an organization that's super close to my heart. Never thought it would be, because it's high schoolers. I was one, I know, but the NAACP Act So program is absolutely incredible. It has taken me out of the space where the focus is on me, and now the focus is on these kids and actually pouring into our future. A student who took part in the AXO program just won one of those big awards, the Tony something she won, and it's absolutely incredible. People are all over. So I'm going to name drop just because I get to do that. This is called Rise and Thrive Together. And together we are going to name drop. This is not a fly-by-night program. This program has been around for numerous years. And people have gone through this program. Jada Pinkett Smith, Kanye West, John Singleton, Anthony Anderson, who is big into AXO and taking part in it. Some guy from Power. Sorry, I don't watch Power, so I don't know the person's name.
Oh my goodness.
And I know I'm missing somebody, but we've had tons of celebrities go on up and through the AXO program. And it gives me so much joy, not because of the celebrities. I mean, that's great to get people to recognize that this is not a fly-by-night program. But what brings this just joy is working with these kids and getting them out of that shell and giving them back the power they didn't even know they had to say, hey, listen, just because your friends don't want to take part doesn't mean you don't have to live your dream and hone your dream and get it tweaked by someone who is in that same field. And I've got to say, Leah's Hopes and Dreams is giving me an opportunity. The thing I'm most passionate about. It's a good thing I'm going to be a speaker. I promise I won't bumble on the mic. The thing I'm passionate about is public speaking, believe it or not. And Leah's Hopes and Dreams is affording me that opportunity to do what I love, just to transform people. The Bible says we are renewed by the transforming of our mind. That's my intention. My intention when I walk into that room is those people will not leave the same way that they came in.
Amen.
That is my promise, hands down. And I'm going to knock that out the park. I can promise you
Amen.
that. Why? Because I'm someone who's had to live that and live it every day. It's not like you live it and you're done, right? This program, and Shanique doesn't even know that this is one of the things I wanted to do. And she's giving me the opportunity. Just like she's giving the opportunity to those individuals that they serve, giving them back their dignity, helping them to reclaim their power, reacclimate to society, the community, their family. I mean, she's giving them this opportunity. And here's all she's doing. She's giving them something to eat, right? But we know there's so much more than just that. I just listed everything else that she's giving these individuals on a plate. And she's just saying, here. And guess what they're doing? They're taking it. Expand your mind. It's not just the food that she's giving and they're taking. Do you get what I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen out there in this TV world? You understand the power that Rutland and Parsons is giving. She has, first of all, I got to say, I'm impressed. I love it that it's all mostly women. Let me just say that. I'm going to throw that out there. These doctors are donating their time to go for this whole week and provide service for these individuals. How selfless is that? And all they're doing is something they do every day, and it's what they were trained to do, but they are giving these individuals so much more than that. So when Red said, find something, find something. Shanique and all her volunteers, they put food on the plate. The Rutland and Parsons ministry, they're getting doctors to just go. And as she said, for a week, they made an impact. The next year, the woman came back and she was still alive, thank God, and smiling and thanking them. And people were like, oh, but it's only a week. Do you know how much impact a person can make in
In a
just a
week.
couple of minutes?
In a week.
Don't be so limiting in your thinking. We are going down there and make an impact, because that is what each and every single person in this little square here is meant to do. Make an impact. And we're going to rock it. I'm telling you, it's not called International Empowerment Summit just because. It's because we are bringing it 100%. We're putting it in. And we are asking you to do the same 100%. You support organizations that are making a difference. And it's not often the big ones. Sometimes it's something like Leah's Hopes and Dreams. And this is a big one. Did you hear she said Coca-Cola? How many of y'all know Coca-Cola? Every single one of y'all. I'm going to answer the question. And Leah's Hopes and Dreams gets Coca-Cola to donate. Rutland and Parsons get these doctors, Kairos, GYN. I'm going to be best friends with all of them, trust and believe. Anyway, she gets all of them to donate their time. I mean, do you know these two ladies are powerhouses? I know they know. There's no doubt in my mind that they know. They are on their assignment. My question is, are you on your assignment? Or are you thinking that, oh, I've got time? Choice is yours. I just heard on the radio today, some football player that just got drafted to some team. I'm not a football player. I'm an NBA girl. He just got drafted. Kid is 24. Guess what? He died a couple days ago in a car accident. A drunk driver hit them. He thought he had time too. So the QR code is there. You want to make an impact? Don't just talk about it. Make the impact.
Woo! I want to drop mic. I love when she gets on this rant, like she dropped. Like, I'm like, drop the mic. You know
Nothing
that.
else to say.
Right now, there's nothing else to say. And here's the thing, like guys, they're super powerful, sis. Like really super powerful. That it's just that tweak. It's that moment. You know, anything can make an impact, right? Like, are you on your assignment? And I get that we get twisted in our head. We get twisted in our head. Because I'll be honest with you. I used to have that kind of comparison mindset. Like way back in the day, I would hear something that Leah Hopes and Dreams and, Parsons and Rutland got it right.
Is the other way?
They're like, no, it's Rutland and Parsons. We're like, no, you didn't get it right.
That's okay. We know.
But they love you.
Yeah, we do.
You see this?
You
This
are
is what
loved.
happens
You are
when you have
loved,
fun in
sis.
community. But the fact is, like back then, I would see something like that. I would have this vision, right? This like, dream of like, oh, I want to do that. And then like, be sort of like in this, like jealousy and then kind of get down on myself, like all of that, right? Like all of that. How many of you I know who are out there, hit replay going, I can't do that. Or, like all of that stuff. And now it's just so simple. Like really, it's that simple. Raquel and I just got together and we hadn't talked in years, when we kept in, communication to say, hey, like here we are. And the next thing you know, oh, we want to do something. And then the next thing you know, boom, we're in connection here. It's as simple as think it, put your hand on your heart about it, listen to what God has to say, and then go and just Google. The internet is amazing. Like, it's amazing. And just go and call and make a phone call. Raquel's like doing, AXO. I mean, I'm next week doing a Zumba kids program at a place where people have escaped domestic violence and have a safe place to be with their children and their kids. And I volunteer and do that. I'm, like, all of whatever that means. That's one time a month out of my life. That's, I mean, I'd do more if they wanted to, right? But that's what they need me for. Anytime. So there's just so much to do in such a simple way. And here I'm going to go, like, I feel like I'm like the Jerry Lewis telethon. So here we are, in going into the end of 45 minutes. The QR code is there, right? It's there. You want to start with, like, what's your assignment? I'll give you one. Go and scan the QR code. Go see what they're about. I'm asking you to go see what it's about. Then your assignment number 2 is, are you willing to come and go and donate $1, $5, $10? That's it. Your choice. No right or wrong, guys. But there is that simple action, right? Boom. 11 people scan the code. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, yeah, this has been amazing. My daughter is here in the background, by the way, guys, fixing my light because she thinks I need better lighting. That's her assignment, making sure that mommy looks good on camera. Everybody's got an assignment. It's all good. This is just amazing. This has been amazing. I love this. Sharon is like, sitting there like, yes, 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 yes. And, loving it. All right, we're up to 12. I'm excited, guys. How many people are scanning this code? This is super, super exciting.
So let me
So
ask you ladies this. Anything in the last couple of minutes that we have that you want to share from your heart?
Absolutely.
I know. I just put everybody on the spot.
Oh, you was gonna put me on the spot. Like I said, ministry is challenging, but it's so fulfilling. But we can't do it alone. We weren't created to do it alone. And as Regina mentioned, if you're not able to attend the conference, if you would want to donate, use the QR code. We are attempting to service 500 families. It is very challenging. It's very expensive on the island. We are shipping at the end of July food items, toiletries. We are shipping all of the supplies for the summit, the supplies for the medical mission. As Ms. Pat mentioned, we're not conducting or performing exams. We're also providing medical supplies to those who are able to be a part of the services that we're offering. And so, if you would like to donate, we would definitely welcome it because it's very expensive. Of course, mission is not free, is not cheap, but it won't prevent us from doing it. But if you feel like you want to contribute, then go ahead and donate, right? Or you can donate supplies if you don't have funding to donate, and or if you have know someone who we might be able to connect with, then do that. Share a name that we can connect with them and talk to them about what it is that we are doing. If they have questions, and again, share this live so you can definitely so people can hear about it. People can get excited about it. We will be impacting hundreds of lives for the week of August 15th through the 22nd. So I encourage you to partner with us, come alongside us, and just serve with us. And then if you're here in Charlotte, right, or if you're ever passing through, come serve with us downtown. We always need volunteers. The homeless population is growing, so please come on out. We would love for you to serve with us. We would love for you to experience it. You just never know what God will do in the few minutes that you are out there. So I'll give Miss Pat the opportunity to share a little bit more that's on her heart. But yeah, come serve with us. We really would love for you to do that.
And that's how you can get in touch with Leah's Hopes and Dreams. Leah's Hopes and Dreams at gmail.com. Miss
And
Pat.
I'm sorry, everything has been said. And so I will just um, make my final comment, and that is to pray for us while we're going to Exuma. for the strength to do everything that has been assigned. And then also, as the ladies said previously, please, if you're not able to go, then we certainly appreciate your donation, whether it's and if it's in person, to come and give food items here in Charlotte, or you're not in Charlotte, please scan the QR code, because how can we go if we're not sent? Yeah. Thank you.
Amen.
I love it. So one person asked, how can I donate? You can scan the QR code and then you can scroll to the bottom of that page and there's a donate link. And you can
one
do
is
it
as
that
soon
way.
as you, and then one is also on the top of the link, the donation button.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you can absolutely donate. Ladies, I'm not even gonna say thank you, because this is where you guys were supposed to be anyway, right? This is what we're supposed to be doing. We are here, we're supposed to encourage, empower, and transform. It's what we do. It's who we are. So for purposes of those who are like, she's not even saying thank you. No. You thought I was gonna say it then. I know you did. It is always this is me all day, every day. I'm here all week. It is always such a pleasure to sit and listen to you ladies share your heart. And that's just who they are, whether we're in this Brady Bunch box, or whether we're just on the phone or in a meeting or wherever it is. This is who they are. Authentically and genuinely them. And we truly, truly, truly just honor you ladies for what you're doing. We've got one more comment I'll read before we wrap up. People should be thanking you guys, because if there were more people in the world like the four of you, this world would be magnificent.
Oh, so amazing.
We're going to thank you, because without you guys, we wouldn't be us. Where would we be?
But thank you guys, right, for having us on the show to share more about what it is that we're doing. We love the partnership. You could have been had anyone else on the show, but you chose us. So thank you guys for spending more than the time allotted to allow us to share.
It's our time. We allot whatever we want. Woo, woo.
I know.
But we love it. Those that can make it to the Bahamas, I encourage you to come. We encourage you to come and be in community and serve, because that's what we're going there to do. I actually think the summit is going to be so incredible. Guess what? We're still serving at the end of the day. And so we encourage you to come and serve. And if you cannot, please make a donation. And we thank those of you that have donated. Thank you so very much for your kind gesture and believing in what Leah's Hopes and Dreams is doing, as well as Parsons and Rutland. Thank you. Is it Rutland and Parsons?
Rutland and Parsons. I did it. I got you to do it. That works.
Boy, we're going to wrap up this show now. We just love having such a good time. And one of these days, we're going to have just Miss Pat on.
She got it right all night. And now
yes, all night.
And then I glanced at my sis, and she threw me all off. It's those
this is what community does.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for being here with us and hanging in. But this was an important topic. Next week, we have a special guest. We don't have his photo, but you will hear his voice. We will have Mr. Joey Lewis on. Joey has an incredible, incredible story, and we want you to hear it, and we want to share him with you, and he's got so much to share. He's doing something incredible. Something happened, and he didn't let that stop him. Talk about reclaiming your power. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, Sharon. Sharon said, God bless us all, and we want to thank you, and remember, together, we can rise and thrive. Till next time.
With peace, love, unity, and compassion. Time to bust this out and start this power.